To save your time and energy while reading current issues is quintessential nowadays according to the changing patterns and dynamics of UPSC. Therefore, you need to align MCQs and inspired by PYQs while reading an article to save energy, right. That is why we have brought such an initiative, Current Affairs Reverse Engineering, as part of our Upscale Meditation Mentorship. This is launched by our Kpias Delhi. Let us go to the first article. The first article is talking about Johnson & Johnson, which has announced that it will not enforce any patents for Serito, which is dealing with multi-drug resistant TB. What is this TB? Tuberculosis. TB is caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis, that is true. This is a bacteria, and people with latent TB infection are not contagious in nature. They cannot spread much because of the latentness of the TB, and they may not also be infected much. That is why the third statement is a correlated statement of the second statement, and only a small proportion of people who are infected by TB will get such a TB and related symptoms, because most of the people having such latent TB, they cannot spread to others, they may not get such a level of symptomatic TB and infectious, much more infectious in nature. And next, coming to multi-drug resistant TB is a form of TB and they do not respond to isoniazid and rifampicin. Okay? And these four statements are true, and please remember one thing, how many of the statements given above are correct? This is more important. Instead of asking which of the above statements are correct, they are asking how many of the above statements are correct. Here only one or only two, only three means not statement 1 and 2 or not statement 2 only or not statement 3 only. It is not like that, because it is not asking about which of the above statements are true. It is asking about how many of the above statements are true. Therefore, all the above statements are true. Sometimes maybe 3 statements out of 4 are true. Maybe 2 statements out of 4 are true. So, it is quite difficult for you to eliminate. If they have asked about 1 and 2 only or 2 and 3 only, it would be little easier for you to use elimination techniques, right. And next, coming to PYQ, there was a question related to it regarding rifampicin. Rifampicin is a common medicine for leprosy and tuberculosis. And coming to next article, this article is about India statistical performance on the global stage. It is given by World Bank, which is a compilation of World Performance Statistical Performance Index, that is SPI indicators. What are those parameters given here? Data use 5 parameters, that means 5 dimensions under this World Bank SPI statistical performance indicators. Data use services, products and sources, these 4 are part of it, and fifth one is data infrastructure. Therefore, only 4 given statements are true here. And recently UPSC has also asked that which of the following are taken as dimensions under this ease of doing business. Here paying taxes, registering property and dealing with construction permits is part of it, and maintenance of law and order is not part of ease of doing business. And these are the indicators given here, and only those things are related to the given article. Next, coming to the next article. This article has contradictory opinions. Has household savings reduced? This is few experts, financial experts are making certain level of intellectual criticism against the government. No, government is opposing such a claim. That government is clearly telling that because of lower interest rate after COVID-19, people have invested in assets, therefore their savings reduced, especially from the household sector. Therefore, the sectoral gross capital formation and also the savings was discussed in this article, entirely given in a glimpse through MCQ. Please go through this MCQ here. Household savings in India has grown at a compound annual rate of more than 9.2%. It is around 9.2%, not more than 10% between 2013-14 and 2021, and therefore, the first statement is incorrect. And second statement is about household sector has the highest share. No, it is not the highest share, it is the second place, and the first place is about non-financial corporations having the highest share. So, highest contributor is non-financial corporations, followed by household sector in this gross fixed capital formation. Gross fixed capital formation. Okay. And coming to this sectoral wise trend, gross savings during 21-22 is estimated around 70 lakhs crore. however, it is against 57 lakh crore during 2021. So, these years actual financial years gross saving estimated is increased compared to previous year, definitely it will be increased estimation only, and share of this non-financial corporations in this saving sector is also higher than that of other sectors. And similarly, non-financial sector in this gross fixed capital formation is having highest stake in this fixed capital formation. And next, underlying growth sector, the household having household savings has grown at a compound annual growth rate of around 9.2% between 2013-14 financial year to 21-22. So, this is a common trend which you need to remember while addressing any kind of MCQ and also substantiating your mains answers. And coming to the next article, it is talking about how government agencies use commercial spyware to target opponents. This is a real controversial issue, but you need to understand. However controversial it is, you need to rely on only the technical aspects here. Here the technical aspect is about spyware, because there was a question regarding cyber insurance for individuals, that the benefits awarded out of it in the 2020 UPSC CSC. Therefore, we have asked how similar line of question, what are the threats associated with such kind of spyware. Spyware, it can be downloaded to a computer through email attachments. So, anybody who has sent email anonymously, if you download it, the spyware will be installed in your laptop or somewhere. Next, it can determine a user's location, definitely, because it can access to cookies. Therefore, it can access to your username, password and your locational everything, locational aspect, along with whether the person is stationary or moving. And next, end-to-end encryption in mobile phones protects against endpoint attacks, where spyware on a device cannot access decrypted message. This is wrong. So, how many of the statements given above are incorrect? You need to just bite yourself when incorrect statement is given. And one more thing you need to remember, that incorrect it is asking about how many of the above statements. You please remember, only one statement is incorrect, that is the third statement, because it can definitely secure your data, that is end-to-end encryption, because the message is encrypted, the spyware cannot attack during the transmission stage, and middle attacks cannot be possible in this end-to-end encryption message transmission stage, and it can also do a mass surveillance at that time. However, it cannot protect, this end-to-end encryption cannot protect at the end stage. Thus, end attack can be possible because the message is in the stage of decryption, which can be attacked by this spyware. So, this is the question. And next, coming to the fourth question, it is India-US relations now on a different plane, Mr. Jaishankar has said, and entire article is not essential. However, four things that were mentioned are very much important for your UPSC preliminary examination. This is part of soft power, definitely our diaspora. And next, coming to four important concepts mentioned by our Jaishankar, External Affairs Minister. So, those are India Middle East Academic Corridor, that is about India Middle East Academic Corridor, and I2U2 India, Israel, the US and UAE, United Arab Emirates, and next Indo-Pacific cooperation, and the initiative on critical and emerging technologies. Now, we have asked a question about it, you please go through it. In the recent news, initiative on critical emerging technologies was asked, that is about enhancing strategic technology partnership between India and USA. Such similar questions, when there are certain questions were coming based on the newspapers only. Recently in 2022 also, last year UPSC has asked about two-pillar solution, that is a two-pillar package, often seen in the news. This is one of the testimonials that I would like to see, I would like to show you. Next, it was launched by the US President and Indian Prime Minister on the sidelines of Quad Summit in 2022 May. Okay. And next thing, to elevate and expand Indo-US strategic technology partnership and defense industrial cooperation, okay, between the governments, business and also academic institutions of these two countries, not only from the governments, but also from other players involved in this initiative on critical and emerging technology. Next question is about Karman line. This is an international demarcating line. Several times UPSC also asked about these international demarcating lines regarding sea waters, that is about United Nations law, Convention on the Law of the Sea, and likewise we have also asked regarding the space related demarcation line. It is a Karman line which is distinguishing Earth's atmosphere from the space. A person who touched this Karman line is considered to be an astronaut and traveling in the space. Most of the scientists agreed to this Karman line, but few scientists actually expressing disagreement, and there are contradictory views. So, this is an imaginary line that demarcates Earth's atmosphere from the space, and it was established in 1960s only. Okay, it was established in 1960s, but it was established by Federation Aeronautic International. Okay, and anyone who crosses this line qualifies as an astronaut. However, few scientists are disagreeing because Earth's gravity continues to exert its pull at this place, and also Earth's atmosphere does not end here. This is the argument, because this Karman line is located at 100 kilometers above the sea level, and most scientists are actually accepting it, but few are expressing contradictory view. Okay. Next question. Recently, Government of India expressed its view to bring online gaming platforms under the umbrella of GST. So, there is a uniform goods and service tax rate of 28% imposed on online casual and money games. Actually, government has given a clear distinction under this umbrella that casual games and money games, and who are the wager in it. And next, online gaming platforms are mandated to deduct tax deducted at source at the rate of 28%, not at the rate of 28%, because it is considered as an income, and therefore, they are charged around 30% here, 30% of the net winnings of this user account during the time of financial year or at the end of financial year. So, this statement is incorrect. And next, union government have exclusive power. No, union government does not have exclusive power to prohibit this such kind of online game or bringing any regulation completely entire India, because the state governments having such right under entry 34 list 2 of the 7th schedule of the constitution. So, the states have exclusive power to make laws on this subject. So, union government's power to legislate is restricted to lotteries under this entry 34, right. Next is Green Development Pact. India's G20 presidency shows the way. What is this Green Development Pact? Green Development Pact, that is a G20 commitment to address environment and climate challenges. It is to speed up the issues associated with the climate change and steps needed to tackle the challenges of this climate change and environment issues. Next, it is a blueprint which is having a strong action for next 1 decade and powering green development all over the world. It has 5 pillars of this project and Green Development Pact. This is envisioned to include lifestyle of environment, lifestyle of environment, circular economy, and next that means reuse recycling process, and next climate financing, accelerating progress and sustainable development goals, and energy transition, energy security. These are the 5 pillars of this Green Development Pact. It is quite interesting because European Union first time in the world is introducing such a mechanism here. European Union is accelerating its push to become first climate neutral continent. What is the actual reform that European Union actually bringing to tackle such kind of climate menace, especially in the industrial sector? Carbon border adjustment mechanism. Carbon border adjustment mechanism seen often in the news, related to European Union's policy to combat carbon intensive imports. What does it mean? Similarly, there were also several questions regarding climate development mechanism and Kyoto protocols. Okay, all these questions were previous in nature. However, you need to learn this new concept. A carbon border adjustment mechanism is a tariff on the people who are importing carbon intensive substances. Okay, those related to electricity and also cement industries. So, this is a new and initiative as part of their European Green Deal. It is going to be effective 2026 onwards. The reporting will start on Sunday this year only 2023, next coming Sunday. Next one is IBC's resolution capacity has increased, but more needed. This actually in this article you have to learn 2 concepts, that is Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India and Companies Act. Okay, that is company law tribunal. Okay, 2 questions were asked because UPSC PYQ is about Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India last year only. So, therefore, we have set a question on Company Law Tribunal. It is a quasi judicial body established under Companies Act 2013, not Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code. Okay. Next thing, it has principal bench, okay, in New Delhi, and each tribunal will have 16 judicial members and 18 technical members. Okay. 9 technical members, sorry, and I think these are the only articles which are relevant, and from those articles also you no need to learn everything, and you have to learn only few things, that is highly burning issues related to mains, one nation one election concept, and today also we have discussed about Personal Digital Data Protection Act and few emerging technological aspects, that is AI related aspects. Okay. So, these will become very much important for you to analyze for the perspective of mains, but with respect to preliminary examination you no need to read entirely and mug up it and remember it, only few important components that is related to National Company Law Tribunal, likewise like I have told you about the G20 summit outcomes, and also this kind of insolvency and bankruptcy code related bodies. Okay. These are the only things that you need to pick up immediately while seeing the article and do it 360 degrees analysis from those points on. Okay. All the very best and thank you.